Welcome to the High Level Entrepreneur, a podcast with me, Joella Skog. In today's episode, I'm going to speak with you about the reason why you are not scaling and why you feel like you just can't break past that revenue point is because you are just holding on too tight. And everything you are holding on to is the exact reason why you are where you are. Because when you get to six figures, your first 100K, second 100K, additional 100K, 300K, when you get to your first couple of six figures, you usually got there doing things a certain way, right? Like you got there working with a certain type of client, selling a certain type of offer, having a certain type of positioning, being around certain people. But the truth is you grew really fast. Like you grew to a point that most people never get to. Like most people just never get six figures or multiple six figures. And you also, in the meantime, grew so fast inside of you because there's just no way you could have even created the results that you have today without growing as a person, without working on yourself. And when you get to that point on the other side of having achieved six figures, multiple six figures, when you get to that point, it's usually the point when you have to let a lot of things and people go. It's when your standards have actually increased. Like your standards have gotten way higher because you have changed. You have become someone with completely different standards and goals and expectations and desires than the person that initially grew that business. So usually when entrepreneurs are at that point when they want to scale, they want to break through, and they're always looking for the next hack or the next strategy or the next, just framework that could help them get more clients, what they don't realize is that the key is not necessarily in finding the right hack or finding the right strategy forward, but the key is in everything they have to let go of. And I'll use examples. I've had clients come to me that the reason why they weren't growing is because they continued trying to sell a 2K group program that seemed in alignment with their old identity, seemed like something you should be doing. But trying to make that 2K group program happen is precisely what got them stuck. They needed to let go of that program and actually start selling something that was more in alignment with what they wanted to do and what they wanted to achieve and what kind of high-level premium clients they wanted to work with. I've had people come to me and have had to let go of relationships in their life because they realized that they outgrew all of those relationships. And the fact that they were holding on so tight was the reason why they just couldn't break through in their business. It could also be that you have a mentor or coach that you work with or you used to work with or you used to be drawn to that you just feel like you've outgrown. You have grown more as a person and developed past someone else's consciousness that you just can't really follow them anymore. You can't really be in their sphere anymore. You might have outgrown networks. You could be a part of communities and networks that used to inspire you 1-2 years ago, but today you kind of feel like, you know what, I need to be in bigger rooms. Like I need to be around bigger people thinking bigger things and that have way bigger visions. It could be that you are still targeting a certain type of client in your marketing and for your offers that always worked. They always wanted to buy from you. It works. And you think the goal forward is that you need to sell to more of those people. When the truth is that you haven't even stopped and asked yourself, well, is this even aligned anymore? Like, is this type of client that I currently work with, the type of client I want to work with moving forward, like who is actually 100% aligned with who I am and what my standards are today. Because when you grow, when you increase your revenue, I mean, the truth is you change. Like we talk about like the fact that, your revenue doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. I know it doesn't, because you could literally be further ahead than your revenue is. Yes, 100%. You probably are. Like mindset wise, you probably feel like a multi-6-figure, 7-figure entrepreneur, even if you're not there yet. You could be there, right? But the truth is, there's just no way you're not going to change on the path towards achieving 7 figures or multi-6 figures. And there's just no way that you haven't changed when you look back on the beginning, the first couple of years. You know that you have changed, you've shifted, you've become a different person. And that means that the standards you had a couple of years ago, those are no longer the standards that you want to have today. The kind of salary you want to have and expect to have is way higher than it used to be a couple of years ago. The standards you have for team members, for assistants, people that work with you, are way higher than they used to be years ago when you outsourced for the first time. The type of clients you want to work with are already higher than they used to be a couple of years ago, because now you have different expectations of clients, and the type of people you work with have changed over the past couple of years. But what you have to ask yourself is, the person that I want to become moving forward, like the multi-6-figure or 7-figure version of me, that entrepreneur, what does she need me to do today? Like, what does she need me to let go of? What kind of behavior, patterns, relationships, people, clients, offers am I still holding on to that multi-6-figure or 7-figure version of me have already let go of? What do I believe that she is doing differently or he is doing differently that I'm not doing? Because it's not a strategy. It's not like they started doing 10 times more, right? Like it doesn't, like whatever, like the strategy is always going to change. But today, you are holding on really, really tight to old offers that are no longer aligned. You are holding on really, really tight to a pricing that you really would love to 10x. You are holding on really tight to positioning in your personal brand because that's just how people always saw you. You were always seen that way. You are holding on really tight to networks and communities or mentors or coaches you work with currently or have worked with in the past, or people you have been around, and you kind of don't want to let go, but at the same time, are they matching your current standards? What I've noticed is what I've seen with my clients is when they let go of a place they used to live in order to move to the place that is more aligned, they start making more money. And I tell my clients this every time they make a move. I'm like, you're about to start making so much freaking money and your business is going to completely blow up right now. Not because they moved, not because of the place they moved to, but because they left something that was out of alignment and walked into alignment. Of course, that's exactly what happened to those clients. Of course, they started making more money. Of course, they started attracting better clients, better networks. I've had clients even tell me leaving their partners because they just realized that it was out of alignment. And I'm not doing relationship coaching at all. We're not talking about relationships in any of my mentorships. But people have had those realizations that holy shit, the person I am becoming and the person I'm walking into, this relationship can't come with me, or that friendship can't come with me, and I need to put it on pause, or I need to let it go. I've had so many clients share this with me, over the years. And that can be painful because letting go of something that used to give you comfort, whether it was an offer that made you successful or it was a type of client that would validate you and would always be super happy to work with you, or a niche where you grow your authority in and you actually have credibility in, or friendships that were comfortable, or networks, or whatever it is, like that you just kind of became comfortable in. That's what's so dangerous. Like, what's so dangerous is when you get to six figures, multi-six figures, it's very easy to become complacent and get lazy, basically, and just get very comfortable. Like, and feel like, you know what, I could just stay here. Like, I can just stay around the 6-figure mark because I'm no longer like trying to survive or trying to get a salary or trying to afford this or that. Like, you're in a very good place. You're in a good spot. So it's very easy to get complacent, get lazy, to be honest with you. It's very easy. And that's when you fall into this comfortability. But that's also when you start asking yourself, like, wait a minute. Everything that I have built, everything, like the business I built, the business I scaled so far, the clients I have, the offers I have, the relationships in my life, is this really aligned with the person that I am today? Yes, it was aligned a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, but is it aligned today? Like, is this actually something I want to bring with me to the multi-6-figure or 7-figure goal? Like, is this something that's gonna come with me? Is this something that will help me on that path? Is this something that matches my standards that I have today or the standards that I want to have? Does it help me embody the identity of the person that have the results that I desire to have? So usually, like, what's actually hindering someone's growth is rarely the fact that they haven't found more things to do or more people to work with or need more clients or need to find more strategies, but rather they have to lose something. They have to let go of something. It could be that you have to let go of having 6 different offers and focus on one. It could be that you have to let go of your current ideal client to start targeting a more premium, higher level client. It could be that you have to cancel your membership because that's just no longer aligned and it's not in alignment with your standards. And the delivery of that is no longer in alignment with your standards. It might be that you have to fire your assistant because they're just not living up to your standards. It could be that you are not living up to your standards and your own behaviors and your patterns and your routines and the way you lead your business is just not in alignment with your standards. And that's also something to be really honest about. Could be that the way you sell is not in alignment with your standard. And I want to share an example here for myself. So I came to this realization that I had a hard time in the past being able to expect a lot from people. Like, I was just happy to have any type of support at all in my business, like team members, people, consultants, like any support I could. I was just always grateful. I'm just in general a very good client. Like, I like to be a good client. I like to be a good leader. I like to be a good boss, if you will. But I also realized that made me expect less of people and expect more of myself to be a good client, but expect less of people when it comes to the delivery in many different aspects. And when I started seeing that, holy shit, it's actually possible to expect more of people. If I expect more, there are people who can live up to those expectations. Not a lot of people, but there are those people. I started having completely different standards for the type of people I want to work with, what I expect in delivery, what I expect from team members, and the fact that I'm just not gonna compromise. So I had to let go of team members. I've had to look back on things and decisions I made in the past and dynamics I were in the past that I'm like, I won't be like that again. I've had to trust that people can support me. So it's like, and I've had to let go of needing control. Like that's also something I had to let go of, not just let go of people, but let go of control. So just the fact like having the wrong team members or holding on to control, like holding on to team members and holding on to control could be what's hindering you from scaling or feeling free. Like, what if you could have good team members and let go of control, right? It could even be something like having a certain coach or having someone that's like, that was aligned a year ago, but like, you know what, I've outgrown this. And that's happened to me in the past as well, where I kind of felt like, you know what, this really helped me. It's not that it didn't help me, but I have evolved and I need to go into something that reflects more of the evolved version of me or the person that I am now and the results that I have now. Or communities where I feel like the level is just too low. I can't be a part of this anymore. I have to let this go. Or friendships where I feel like, you know what, we're just too far away from each other. I just can't prioritize you in my life because I need to feel, you know, happy, safe, inspired, like something positive to my life. It can't just be like unemotional, no feelings. Like I need to feel like this is adding something to my life, right? There have been offers I've had to let go of, offers that were unaligned. And I've talked about that in the past here in my podcast. Like I've had offers that were like made me probably like multiple six figures in business that I had to let go of because it was not longer aligned. I've also been in points where I've had multiple offers and like tried to juggle two different target audiences and different offers and had to let go of like 80% of everything I was doing and all of the 80% of leads I had in order to focus on only the 20%. And when I've done that, I've seen that that's when my revenue grew. That's when everything exploded. Was the more I removed, the better things went. And you're probably today focusing on so many different things. You're working Monday through Friday, always doing things, always delivering, always selling, always doing this and that. And it's not that it doesn't lead to anything, but my question is your revenue growing? Is your business scaling? Are you freeing up more time? Are you systemizing things? Are you growing your industry leadership? Are you seeing progress, or are you just maintaining and operating a business? That is the question. Okay? And the question is this something that you could actually grow for years to come? Or do you feel like if I just have a couple more clients, I'll be capped and that's it? Because they also often see like there's a big difference between a client could come to me and have a goal of like, I'm going to grow a 7-figure, multi-7-figure company. Like that's my long-term goal. But then now they're afraid of even outsourcing to an assistant. Now they think that I need to do all of the delivery to all the clients and I need to be the only person to do everything. And I need to do, you're never going to grow a multi-7-figure company by having that kind of mindset or that kind of way of running a business, right? Like you need to prepare now way before you have the result. You need to prepare now to make sure that there is space in your business to be able to scale to multi-6-figure or 7 figures. You need to be able to have a plan and see the vision for everything you're doing today is exactly what's going to lead you forward. And that means not only doing the right things, but also letting go of everything that just cannot come with you. Okay? With that being said, I want to give you, who are listening right now, an opportunity, which is, as some of you may know that have listened to this podcast for a long time, I help 6-figure or multi-6-figure entrepreneurs that are usually between 100K and 300K in revenue. I help them grow their industry leadership and scale their businesses through premium offers and premium pricing. And that is kind of what I've become known for, like high standards, high prices, high level clients, wanting to run a true quality, depth-based business that is also possible to scale. And that's definitely what I've become known for. And if you're listening right now and you are a 6-figure entrepreneur, like that means you have a minimum 100K in revenue every year, minimum 100K in revenue, okay? So multiple people in my space have 100K, 200K, 300K or more. You have a minimum of that, and you are on this path where you're like, I want to work with higher level clients. I'm ready to scale. And you know what? I'm ready to take Joella's advice on what to let go of that I'm doing right now that just won't take my business forward. And I'm ready to start doing the right things to attract higher level clients, sell at way premium pricing, way higher pricing that I'm doing today, and elevate myself to become the 1% industry leader that could sign high ticket clients in the range of like 8K, 10K, 20K, 30K. If that is you, I have this opportunity right now where you can book a call with me. It's a free call where we are looking at your business and what's holding you back currently from building industry leadership and scaling, and what could help you moving forward to achieve that. And the purpose of the call is to give you that insight, but also to see if we could be a match, if I could help you, and if Industry Leader Lounge could be the right place for you. So you can right now go to the description box in this podcast episode and book your call with me. If you can't find any times in the calendar, feel free to message me on Instagram. It's at Joella Skog. But you can go to this calendar, book your call with me. The requirement is that you have, again, 100K in revenue minimum, and you sell coaching, mentoring, advisory packages, courses, something like a package or consulting or advisory mentorship, okay? So there's a bunch of people that I work with. I mean, people usually ask, do you work with consultants or coaches, Joella? The truth is, I work with both. I have like 50% consultants, 50% coaches. And that's because all of them have one thing in common, which is nobody is selling hours. Nobody's trying to scale through their hours or trying to scale by selling hours. We are all on a path towards building and scaling businesses, selling premium offers, whether it's to corporations or it's to individuals or solopreneurs or entrepreneurs. The type of client I work with is someone who wants premium, high-level, high-paying clients. So this is not for you if you have like low-ticket offers, or you are not selling premium offers, or you're not at 100K in revenue minimum. So go ahead and book your call with me, and you will get that analysis with me. And we will also discuss if ILL is for you and if I can help you. I will let you know. And I'm extremely honest with people. Like, if I feel like I can't help you, I will tell you. All right. So I'll be completely honest with you. And we also do have high requirements. I think I'm the only person, in my opinion, that have those kind of requirements that I have for my spaces, because when you are an advanced, experienced entrepreneur like you, I know it's important for you who is in the room. Like, you can't be around people that don't have a good mindset, that haven't succeeded or gotten to your level yet, or can't take action. Like, you need to be in high level rooms, which is why I am declining so many people that are interested in ILL or are interested in working with me, because I really, really protect that space. So if you're not at 6 figures yet, you can put ILL on your wish list, but you can definitely go ahead and book that call with me if you're already there. I would love to speak with you. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast episode, and I'll talk to you soon.